Hey guys, welcome back to the Aggressive Aries channel. I'm your girl Shawnee, and today we're talking about The Real Housewives of Potomac, the episode 50 Shades of Grey. I'm sorry, 50 Shades of Betrayal. But they had a little bit of gray in there too, right at the end. Um, but if you already have it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down at the bottom. And if you want me to react to something, just let me know. So anyway, we're gonna pick right back up. Can you tell from Boston? We're gonna pick right back off where um, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley are having a conversation about Ashley's character statement against Candace. Robin believes it's an assassination attempt of her character, and Giselle just says, it's the end of y'all friendship. And Ashley's like, it is what it is. We'll just call it a wash. I'll call it even. And Giselle's like, oh, it's revenge? No. She's like, I'm just calling it even. The end. And she's like, so when you plan on telling her? At the Dominatrix party. So we're all basically sitting here the whole episode waiting for this party. And I'm just like, you guys just added stuff in just to fill it in. So they go on their day trip where they go to the Soul Spring and the water's freezing cold. So they just decide to have a photo shoot and just sit around and drink pancha. Um, and then Candace decided to reveal her remix of a song. Yeah, yeah. Wendy, don't encourage that. Don't do that. Ugh. Was anybody else cringing? I mean, it's not that she can't sing, because she can. It was just like, right now, though, you didn't even like warm your vocals up. You just went for it. But Candace likes all eyes to be on her. She likes to be a center of attention, whether it's good or bad. Period. That's just what it is. So Ashley goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, I would have too, because I need to excuse myself from this before I laugh in your face. But anyway, so Ashley comes back from the bathroom, and Karen's like, oh, I can be like Titanic. And I'm like, okay, Karen, get your moment. Um, Ashley tries to help her out, get the angles. And here's Giselle and Candace having a whole conversation literally behind Ashley and Karen's back. Like they couldn't have excused themselves down like the street or anything. They just did it right there. I was like, you guys are literally feet away. I'm sure they can hear you. But that's how much they have zero F's on this show. Okay? So Candace is like basically like, I just put the ball back in her court. Um, and it just is what it is. And with Karen, I'm not sure yet. We'll see what it is. And I'm just like, girl, you're not gonna be wanting to be Ashley friends no more unless you really are just like grown up and call it a wash too. It is what it is. Like you literally had a knife in her face and she didn't do nothing. So we go back to the hotel and of course there's dinner. Um and then Wendy brings up Karen's ulcer, asking if it's sporadic. Um Leave it alone. Um they were just like basically talking about stuff they do to keep it spicy. And Candace basically says she's never taken a picture and sent it to her man, so she takes it as an opportunity while they're at dinner to pull up a blanket because it was cold, to pull up a blanket and to take pictures of herself to send to her husband. Really? And her husband's like, y'all dumb. Because he knew that wasn't her idea. I mean, spice it up, I guess. Spice it up. Um, During this dinner, you can just basically see Ashley just kind of just like, how am I going to have this conversation? I feel kind of fake sitting here knowing I have to tell her this, but I'm just going to sit here anyway and eat whatever I'm eating. And I'm like, yep, I'd be doing the same thing too. Like, hopefully nobody brings up the conversation. um, so, Robin's website drops, and they ask, where's Karen? I really can't believe Robin decided to be that ageist, if that's what it's called. and really didn't put Karen on there, saying she wasn't young enough. Like, this can be a day when you ain't young enough for something either. Okay? Um, so Karen basically was like, you know what you can do with this hat? Exactly. Because your hat is not good enough to curl with my wig. Okay? So Karen just was like, I really don't care about these young petty betties. They're all doing some they're just being what they're being. Okay? So Ashley, Karen, and Giselle, and then Candace and Robin join later at lunch. Giselle is sitting there lying about her and Jamal being in a happy place. But girl, how are you in a happy place if you never in his face? I don't understand this. Like, are you lying to yourself? Because it feels like it. Um, Karen finally actually tells people about her wig line, and they're just all like being haters about it, and that's exactly why she didn't tell people, because she wanted to just move in silence. So it was successful. So of course Giselle's like, oh, she's probably just the face of it. It's not her company. So what? Who cares? Like, just because it's not you, because that person slandered your name or whatever, who cares? Like, let Karen do her. Don't be a hater. You can worry about your relationship instead of worry about carrying her wigs. Okay? Um, and also, she invites everybody. I can't remember who asked, but somebody asked if Monique was invited. Karen says no. We finally make it to the dominatrix party. Yay! I'm waiting for this draw to drop. They all come with different outfits. Um, Ashley and Giselle could almost be twins. Like, it's kind of creepy how they look very similar. Uh, yeah. Giselle picked something that was extremely too tight, as she could not pick up the piece of paper that was on the tissue that was on the floor. Hey, Giselle, next time, do a squat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do a squat. I only do that with my leg up in the privacy of my home with nobody around. Or you could have just asked somebody to pick it up with another napkin. Or you could have got an old lady grabber and just picked it up that way. But I better never, ever see you pick up something like that. Ever again. Okay? That's not ladylike. That's not something you want to show your daughters. I don't think that's a very, good example to be setting for your daughters to lift their leg up to pick something up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But I ain't gonna tell you how to raise your kids, but I will tell you that was not proper etiquette. Okay? Hmm. Robin's outfit. Really? Ashley's outfit was nice. Um, but Candace's outfit. Candace, I was living for that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was feeling that outfit. Candace won. Well, to me, she definitely won that one. Yeah, she killed that outfit. Mm. And then they were talking about, you know, things that they do. And Karen, it's been 2.5 years, boo. Let me tell you something. What you not doing, somebody else is. But you know what? You probably don't care now, do you? He's like, I'm too old to be doing that. You go have fun with that, boo. Um, yeah. So Candace won the little competition. And then Robin segues, I don't remember what the conversation, but whatever Robin said was, it segued into Ashley's confession to Candace. I was like, really, Robin? Really? You can just let her do that herself? Oh no, because that'd be too easy. So I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a setup for TV, because there's just no way somebody can be that messy. So of course Candace, tells her to go F herself, and she just figured if she was just like her getting even, and Ashley didn't see it as revenge, and Wendy called her a snake. Ashley, Wendy, nobody even asked you. You just got here once again. Once again, Wendy, you just got here, newbie. Um, and Ashley feels like her being a snake would be not telling her at all. And I'm like, that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. That is correct. So Candace responded way better than I could have ever imagined. I'm proud of her. The therapy is working. Sweet baby Jesus. So, and Karen's just like, I'm still not getting involved. I'm still neutral. And she was just like, I saw the statements. And looking at the statements, you can clearly see that they were both in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? So Candace started with the waterworks. I don't have my tissue today because I just didn't feel like it. I can't cry as much as her. I just can't. So she goes to go boohoo to her husband. She basically says, F Michael and F Ashley, and just to leave it alone. She'll be home tomorrow. The end. So, anyway, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll be back with the next episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, which is called Shifty Wigs. These girls are shifty as fuck. So, anyway, have a great day, guys.